Hello, and welcome to this month's 411 with yours truly, Darlene Sistrunk, Senior Government Recruiter, Jura Solutions. The time is flying. It's already May, and I am right back with you talking about resume preparation. So if you remember, or if you joined us last month, you will note that we talked about the myth of the one-page resume and how not to bury the lead. And I had used as an example that if someone were to ask Marian Anderson about her talents and she said, I sing a little, that would be an example of burying the lead. And I am here to encourage you to not do that. We talked about the importance of not squishing your resume into one page in an effort to satisfy what you think is the example of some good teaching, of some good instruction. Because we know that if you have more than 5 or 10 years of experience, it's impossible for you to be able to put all of your experiences and adequately represent your talents with one page. Now, I will say this to you, that beauty pageants and job interviews are two acceptable scenarios where you can brag about yourself and not be thought of as self-indulgent or arrogant. And I'm going to encourage you to include the resume into that because that really is your first interview. And how can you tell the best truths about yourself and give the best content if you are constantly policing yourself to stay at one page? And I'm going to just say it. You heard it here first. No matter who tells you to put your resume, squeeze it into one page, I'm telling you not to do it. Because your resume is the literary version of a model's headshot, of a singer's voice demo. I could go on and on with more examples, but you get the point. Now, how can an employer know if you're the right one if you're cutting corners? Now, let's talk about power words. I suspect also that somewhere in Resume 101 class that the topic of power words was brought up. And I'm not necessarily opposed to power words, but here's the thing. Don't be nauseating with them. Keep this in mind. Your power words are subjective. And employers are like my mom. Potential employers are like my mom. My mom always said, I can show you better than I can tell you. Here's some words to avoid. And some of my least favorites. Detail-oriented, self-motivated, team player, results-driven, bottom line, hard worker. Come on. I think it's obvious why some of these things are nauseating. I mean, come on. No one's going to say, well, sometimes I miss key points and I set the company back, which is the opposite of detail-oriented. No one's going to say, I usually need my manager to give me a pep talk in the morning for me to get started working on my daily goals. No one's going to say that, which is kind of the opposite of self-motivated, right? No one's going to say, I hate the people that I work with. I'd rather work as an individual contributor and get all the credit. No one's going to say that. Now, if you word your resume strategically, some of your bullet points will demonstrate and will act as power words for you. So if you use words like improved, increased, or decreased, those speak directly to the bottom line, speak directly to you being a hard worker, being results driven, speaks to those descriptors. Now my challenge to you this month is to go over your resume with a fine-tooth comb, but go over your resume through the looking glass of the potential employer. Scan it for words and phrases. Scan it for words and phrases that you think are exaggerations, unnecessary, or just plain out of place. Stick to the facts of what you've done. And then next month, I will have more examples for you because I want to help you have a resume that you can be proud of. And until next month, I'm Darlene Sistrunk, Senior Government Recruiter, Jura Solutions. And remember, live life on purpose.